Hi everybody, welcome to my loft on April 24th, 2025. I'm trying to fool around here a little bit with my lighting, which is kind of, as you can see, I got a lot of shadows, so bear with me while I adjust this. And for those who like to see what I'm wearing each time I do a video, today I'm wearing a tan suede sheath with fringes around the bottom that really swing, as you can see. And I'm wearing knee-high dark brown suede boots to match it. And so I'm going to try to just move this computer here around a little bit so that you can see a little bit better and get things in the frame here. Bear with me. So I see where the heck I'm sitting down so I don't fall on the floor. So let's see. I think that's not bad. Everything seems to be in frame well. You can see okay here. It seems to be fine. So, as I say again, welcome to my loft. I'm Rusty Blackwood. And it's been a while since I've done a video, so I thought that that I had best come and do one. Before I get too far into this, I want to wish everybody, I hope, I mean I'm a little late wishing because it's already happened, but I hope everybody had a very lovely, peaceful, and blessed Easter, as did I and my family. It was a wonderful Good Friday service. It was just, the church was just absolutely breathtaking inside. And I think you would almost swear that you were at the crucifixion because it was just done so vividly, so beautiful. The colors, the Easter lilies, the cross itself, and draped with purple cloth. It was just absolutely breathtaking. And so I'm not exactly sure just what I'm going to call this video, but I think I'm going to name it something like, just bear with me, I've got too many cats up here. Downstairs. Go. Downstairs. Oh my goodness sakes. I think, if need be, I'll have to go and shut the gate. I had the gate shut earlier, and then, of course, the YouTube star George, he was sitting at the gate crying. Oh, I can't have that. And so I opened the gate to let him up. So, and as you know from previous videos, the reason why I don't particularly like having him up here while I'm doing a video, excuse me, is because he won't stay still and he gets tangled in the wires and he's yanking stuff every which way, and it's not just because it's hindrance for my video, but if he pulls something off onto him, he's going to get hurt. It's as simple as that. And so, he doesn't know any better, so therefore I have to. So before I get too far in, cheers everybody. It's just coming noontime here in Niagara. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It is fairly sunny. It's not full sun. There's quite a bit of cloud in the sky, but it's nice and bright, and the leaves are maturing, starting to get bigger every day on the trees. My daffodils are in bloom. My snowflowers are pretty much done. My crocus is up. And my tulips are trying because we've had some days have been warm, and then for 2 or 3 days following it's cold. We've had even like wet, snowy rain type of stuff. And so it's a good thing that they are as resilient as they are. Otherwise the poor things would not be doing very well right now. So it is what it is, and we take what we take, and or we take what we can, and be thankful for what we are given. So cheers, everybody. My coffee is cold. Oh well, it's just like having a nice coffee. And I just adore them. They're one of my main weaknesses is iced coffee. Oh my goodness. I think I must put on 5 pounds over the season when it starts to get warmer, because I just adore them. I love them. And I love sharing them with my granddaughter Carson. She's just as hooked as I am, and my eldest daughter-in-law Corrine, she is as well. So need I say more? So now, as I say, it's been a while, and what do I talk about? Let me see. There's a lot of things to talk about. Of course, you all know that Canada is going to have a federal election this coming Monday, the 28th, and fingers crossed, hands together in prayer that we have an entirely brand new majority conservative government. Oh, we cannot take 4 more years of what's been happening to this country. We're almost done as a country. The Liberals have just totally and purposely run it into the ground. And if we are stuck with another 4 years of them, oh, there won't be anything left of this country. And as I say, that is their goal. And so I hope people use common sense this time and stop and think and remember what has happened over the last 10 years, not just to our country, but to every person living in this country, every resident of this country. Food is so incredibly expensive. People are lined up around the blocks at food banks. There's not work. Our dollar is so depleted. It's atrocious, and it's needless. A government is supposed to run their country the best they can for the people of that country that vote them in there. They work for us. It's not the other way around. They are not elected in there to ruin everything and make it impossible for people to live. And that's exactly what has happened. And as I say, purposely done. I don't know how people can sleep at night that do these kind of things. But they obviously have no problem. Carney ruined the economy in England and Ireland, and he's been Trudeau's advisor for the last 5 years, and the last 5 years have been the worst this country has ever faced. So you know perfectly well what is going to happen if he is allowed to continue. He was not voted in as Prime Minister. He was just inserted because Trudeau finally tucked tail and ran, because he knew if he stayed any longer, his party was sunk. And so he had prorogued government. There's been no government. We've had no leadership, no government since June of last year. And then, of course, because his rear end was getting nailed to the wall, in the fall he prorogues government, which means government is just at a stalemate, standstill. Nothing gets done. Nothing happens. And so, and of course, with the tariff threats from President Trump, of course, everybody, because all they do is listen to the mainstream news, and all the mainstream news is bought off, it's owned by the government to just tout their propaganda and tout their damn lies 24/7, and people eat it up thinking that this is the truth, and it is anything but. And so for all you liberal voters that might be watching this video, for crying out loud, use the brain God gave you and stop and think. If you can't think for about yourself, if you're so comfortable with your life the way it is that you can afford whatever you want, do as ever you wish, think about the generations to come. I take a stand for my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandsons, and everybody that is going to come after, because I want them to be able to live in a free, safe, prosperous country where they can do and go after whatever they want, the same as I was given growing up in this once wonderful country. I want it back, and I think millions and millions and millions of other Canadians do too. So please, please, use common sense. All you got to do is look back over the last 10 years, the progression as it's come to today, to see the condition and the shape this country is in. People are not safe in their own homes. People are starving. You run the risk of being attacked if you step out the door. What kind of life is that? It is none. And all anybody can think of, all the liberals can think about, is Orange Man bad. It's all Trump's fault. No, it is not Trump. Trump pointed it out. I think he made it clear to anybody that might have any doubt at all. Oh, enough of that. That can just raise blood pressure to the point where it can become dangerous. And so, enough of that. I've got a great update for you on Before the Grandeur, the making of a horse master, the prequel to my autumn series sitting here. I'm in beginning chapter 12 now, and it's slowly coming along. I haven't been able to do a lot of work on it like I would like to do, because, life happens, and you get swept up in life. It's as simple as that. And and if I have the chance to go out and spend time with my youngest great grandson, because my other two great grandsons, of course, are in school each day throughout the week, and so that just leaves little Carter T. And if I have the chance to go out with my granddaughter and Carter to the parks or whatever, I'm going to do it. And so family comes first. Family first above everything else. And I have such enjoyment. We had I held Easter dinner here on Easter Sunday, and we had the yearly great Easter egg hunt that my mother started way back for my children and my brother Rick's children, and they had such, though I can still see those kids running around trying to gather the eggs where Mom had hidden them, and it's something that I carried on for my own grandchildren when they can't come along, and now of course for my great grandchildren, and they look forward to it, and they have such a fantastical time. They're so excited, and they, Carter just turned 3 years old last Thursday, yay, Carter T. And his parents had his party, in the wild, party theme, in their backyard, and the day was, it started out nice, and then it got clouded over, and then it started to rain. It rained for a little while. I mean, I went for early voting was open Easter weekend, and I went to the polling station where I had to go to vote, and so I voted on Saturday before I went over to the party in the wild, and and I was a giraffe, by the way. I had a giraffe mask that I could wear if I chose to, and so it had really rained. I had to use my umbrella, and but it stopped, and it wasn't cold. At least thank you. It wasn't cold. It was very, very mild, and Carson and Garrett, they have a huge big cabana, and with all patio furniture underneath it and everything, and so and it was Carson had the indoors in their house set up if need be, but I mean they don't have a very large house, so they can't accommodate the amount of people in their living room that they would have, that they accommodate outside, of course. But it was fine. Everybody was fine, and had a great time. Had pizza, and had chocolate cupcakes, and beautiful punch, and my eldest daughter-in-law, Corrine. I'm getting fumbled here. Too many with the letter C. uh, she had done Carter's birthday cake, as she does for each of her grandchildren each year on their parties, and it was gorgeous. It was trying to describe it. It was, I don't know if it was supposed to be a certain thing, but it was very, very unique. It was like green and silver and kind of a little bit of tan in it, and it had, like, she had almost looked like Christmas ornaments on it. Now maybe that's what it was, I don't know, but they were all sort of on one side. It sort of looks something like a mountain, but it was really, really, it was good. It was chocolate, the same, and she made all these cupcakes with green icing on them with sprinkles and things on them. It was delightful. It really and truly was a lovely, lovely party, and people really enjoyed themselves. And I know I did. I always do, but I did. Now here we've got kitty cats up here again. Downstairs you go. Thank you. Jeez. Talk about in the wild. I mean, I think I live in the wild here with these two cats, but they are delightful. They really are. And so, and as I say, I started to talk about my new upcoming book, which is a prequel to the Autumn series here, and I'm going to be having a reveal for all of you who are interested in the book, and coming soon. I'm having the cover done now, and I will be revealing it within the next couple of weeks. And so please stay tuned to my media sites for that. My official website, rusty-blackwood.com, and of course all my media sites as well: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the different ones that I have. If you go to my official website and you go to my bio, you can see all the different sites that I have, and click on their links, and you can go and visit what is happening at all these different sites. I don't visit each one of them every day. I try to keep up with my main ones every day, any type of messages that are there for me to answer, or questions or anything like that, or any news that I want to reveal to anybody and talk about. I put on these different sites, so do go and check them out. And so life can be funny. You don't. I just recently I did a with um, a company on Instagram. Did a review of Passions in Paris for me. Did a very nice review actually. They gave it a 5-star rating and a very nice review. But they also did an author interview with me, and the author interview was supposed to be out, shortly following the review of the book. And I was very pleased with the review of the book, but the author review was not coming, not coming, not coming. And I'm not going to mention the name of the company just yet because I've given them some time. I've given them a chance to kind of redeem themselves a little bit because I take time out of my schedule to accommodate these questions and stuff that they ask in an interview, and and then you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait. It's not coming. It's not coming. And then when it finally comes, you got to almost threaten them, which I did. Either you post this interview, which was supposed to have been done long ago. Post the interview, or I'm going to demand half of my fee to you back, or your fee that I covered. I'm going to demand half of it returned to me. And I gave them till today. And they finally, today, it shows up. But it's only for cell phones, where you got to swipe to the left. Well, that's all well and good. I know the majority of people nowadays do use their cell phones for everything. I mean, it is a computer to begin with. If you have an iPhone or an Android, whatever, it is basically it's a computer. But not everybody has that. Some people still use their laptops, they use their desktops, they use their tablets. Well, this interview you can't see it on any of those that I just mentioned. And so I contacted them. To begin with, they're terrible for getting back, returning a message, replying to a message. Just absolutely terrible. And there's no excuse for that. You conduct yourself in a professional manner, at least you should. And that should be reciprocated to you. And I find in this business, so little of that seems to happen. And so we shall see. I contacted them and told them I was not pleased. The author photograph I gave them looks like it's squashed. They haven't fit it to their frame. And I can't see the interview. So I can't share it on any of my media right now until they send me it in a form to be read. And so we shall see. It's just you can pull your hair out. You really and truly can when it comes to this business, publishing and writing and everything. I find the same with store managers of brick and mortar stores. The managers change positions like we change underwear. You never know who you're dealing with from one month to the next. They never return your calls. Yet no, you're supposed to be the one to keep in touch. And so you do, and then they don't. You may have to contact them 2 or 3 times, and it almost seems like you're badgering. And then they might answer, but I have given up. To me, it's a waste of time, and my money, because trust me, the authors are not the local authors in Niagara. They're not making money from the bookstores that think that they're lowering themselves to accommodate you. And I'm sorry, but it's just not worth the aggravation, really and truly. I had spoken in videos long ago about how they conduct themselves at these different stores, Kohl's, Chapters, Indigo, all over the area, and what goes on and how local authors are treated. The only one that I will exclude from this is the proprietress of the bookstore in Ridgeway, Lakeside Books and Arts. And she is very accommodating. She is very accommodating to all the local authors. She helps however she can. She has different author events throughout the year. I think she has started her reading series that she has every year, where throughout every season, where she features a different author each week. And I have done author events for her over the last 2 or 3 years, and I very much enjoy doing it, because you get the feeling that they're pleased to do this for you, and that you're welcome in their stores. She wants to do what she can to help you, and you don't get that from the chain stores. It's just, you have to supply your own product, your own books, and they'll give you a table, oftentimes not even visible. We almost have to put your foot out and trip somebody going by so they even know you're there. There was a time they used to do an announcement once every half hour or so on their intercom, stating who was in their store, promoting their latest title, whatever, and they would tell people where you're located, and to stop by and say hello to the author, and that was great. But that went by the way eons ago, and they don't put your book up by the cash register, so people can, if they don't know you're there, they can at least see the book when they're checking out with something else. It's just not done well, and they take 45% of your sale. If you do manage to sell anything, they take 45% of it, and the other is left for you. And it's a no-win situation. You gotta have a passion to write. First and foremost, you have to love to write, and have a passion for it, and have thick skin to put up with the way that you're used. And I just work online. I just strictly stay to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, places like this, all the different sites that carry books. And just do your marketing the best you can, do your public relations the best you can, and keep your face before the public on computer, of course. And most of your sales are going to be Kindle anyway, because they're inexpensive and it's an instant download. They don't have to go out to a bookstore and shop around in the bookstore to find your work. And you can go to any bookstore, any name brand bookstore, any Kohl's, Chapters, Indigos, clear across Canada, and Chapters in the States, and use their order office, like their where they supply kiosks and things where you can go and order books online, the same as you can from home, and they can order your book in for you. If you just go in and say, you know, you want a certain title, the author's name, and they can order it for you right there at the desk, right at the order desk. Or you, as I say, you can use their kiosk to order yourself. And it's just that you're not going to find the books listing like displayed on the shelves in the store. And so there was a time, yes, years ago, but as I say, all the nonsense that I've gone through with them, um, I'm not gonna waste my time, because my time is just as valuable as theirs. And maybe you'd wonder at that, because people can order a book online and download it if they're ordering a Kindle or a Kobo. You can just order it. You've got it instantly right there, because you're going to be reading it on your computer, which is a little different than having the actual hard copy in your hand and thumbing through the pages. But that seems to be the way it is anymore. That's the way people choose to do it. A lot of people, anyway. Not everybody, of course, but still a lot, and a growing number. And so you have to go where the action is happening. It's as simple as that. And so, so I can see I'm past my 30-minute mark. So it's time that I close this video, and I will apologize to everybody that it's been such a period of time since I last done a live video. I have done a film short in between the last video and this right presently. And I hope that you check it out. You go to my Rusty Blackwood YouTube channel, and they're all there. Everything is listed there. And check it out, and enjoy what you're watching. And so, I hope everybody has a great afternoon wherever you are centered. And I hope everything is going fine for you. With Easter comes new life. Everything is starting anew, and it's just great. Another new cycle has begun, and so I will be back relatively soon again, and touch base with y'all. And in the meantime, I want to wish God's blessings to each of you. Please remember, get out and vote on Monday, and let's bring home a new government for this country that can restore hope and peace, safety, and prosperity. Once again, for this once great country, let's make it great again. Remember your kids and your grandchildren. Think of their futures. You know, don't be selfish. Remember, that life is what we make it, and let's make it the best that we can. So I'll see y'all soon. I ask you to please like this video, please comment the video, share it about, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I thank all you subscribers who have. Thank you so much, and I welcome all new who will. Take care for now, everybody. Peace out.